Good morning and happy Friday. Finally Friday, leading into the long holiday weekend.
Yep.
Lisa and Scott here on this June 30th. I want to remind you, of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. You can watch it anytime on your feed after that throughout the day. We're also on our Inform YouTube channel, and we make this into a podcast. So if you love podcasts, you can go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute and listen to it whenever it works for you. So
That's
we make
right.
it very easy for you to get all your news and weather headlines.
Find us all over the place with all your headlines and your weather as well. Let's dive into our headlines this morning. New this morning, we do have a new mugshot of the mother who police were looking for. She's now in jail. Police say that her 3-year-old child is now safe after nearly a 16-hour search in Fargo. It's the latest in the story. We broke it for you on First News. 22-year-old Brianna Ziegler is now in custody. She's being held for disobeying court orders. Police issued an Amber Alert for her daughter, Beatrice Dakota. Police were also initially looking for her dad, but we told you yesterday they found him. As of this morning, though, he is not on the jail roster. The couple was ordered by the courts to hand over their child because they believe she was in danger. WDAY is also learning the couple had a string of domestic violence incidents. This morning, we're working to learn when Ziegler could be in court.
Right now, a teenager could be facing charges related to a deadly shooting of a Moorhead middle schooler. And that's after helping the victim steal guns that in the end were involved in that deadly shooting. We've been reporting on this story for you. 13-year-old Zane Mazer was shot and killed in Rumpke Park in Moorhead last week. The Clay County attorney is now telling us that Mazer was playing with a group of people, other kids his age, including friends and family at the time. The attorney said the person who pulled the trigger is 14 years old, but he couldn't tell us if that person was a friend or a relative of Mazer's. The Clay County attorney said the group was passing around 2 handguns, taking turns pulling the trigger. Mazer and one of the other group members had actually found the guns in a safe that they had stolen from a car earlier. The teen who stole the safe with Mazer could actually face theft charges.
All right, right now, Sanford Health is countersuing Monarch Waste Technologies. Monarch made claims against Sanford, saying they delivered a severed human torso to their facility in Fargo. Now Sanford is calling those claims baseless and misleading. In a statement sent to WDAY, Sanford says that the original lawsuit made by Monarch is in retaliation to Sanford ending its contract with them. They also tell us that the torso delivered there was a marked research specimen and was meant to teach hip replacement procedures. Monarch accuses Sanford of delivering that torso and then sneaking into their facility to get it back. The state of North Dakota says Monarch can legally accept it. WDAY is going to keep track of these new developments in the lawsuit for you while it unfolds, so stick with us for all the updates on that story.
And we've been talking about this too. If you want to read more leading up to like what you have missed so far, inform.com has extensive coverage from our team and our forum team as well. Today we're expecting to learn more, especially the names of 2 women who were killed in 2 separate crashes this week. The first one happened in Clay County. A car and a semi crashed at the intersection just east of Craigness. First responders found an 18-year-old woman from rural Glendon inside her car in the ditch. She died before she could get help.
Yeah, the other crash happened in West Fargo. A 30-year-old man also got hurt in that accident. They're waiting to file the charges on him until the crash investigation is completely finished. The woman who died in that was a 28-year-old woman, I believe, from Bemidji.
Overnight, Fargo teachers say they're frustrated with the school board after cutting off discussions over the length of their work days and also salaries. The Fargo Education Association tells WDAY that they feel like there has been positive progress on a lot of the issues that they wanted to talk about, but their pleas for protected times have not been heard. Now, protected times, that gives teachers extra preparation time before and after the school day for the next day. The FEA says the school board is urging them to accept a salary proposal without those times included. When the FEA asked the board to give them additional meeting time to discuss that proposal, the board disagreed. This morning we are still working to learn if a meeting will be added, if they'll discuss that, or if they're just going to agree to the contract as is.
Yeah, impacts a lot of educators, of course,
sure.
in our area. Right now, as you head out for the 4th of July, if you're going to be using the boat, just be aware of this. Minnesota law enforcement is cracking down on boating while intoxicated. The Minnesota State Patrol, along with the county sheriff's offices throughout the state, will be launching what they're calling Operation Dry Water to increase BWI enforcement over this holiday weekend. It is a national campaign aimed at preventing BWIs and alcohol-related boating accidents. More than half of boating fatalities in Minnesota do involve alcohol.
Okay, so we're obviously all thinking about boating because we're going to be on the lake for the holiday weekend. But it's not just in your boat. You have to be following the law. Minnesota law enforcement also cracking down on the roads as well. You're going to see a lot more squad cars out on the roads. The campaign is in support of zero deaths traffic safety. Since Memorial Day, 46 people in Minnesota have died in speed-related crashes. So that extra enforcement, that campaign is going to last all through July as well.
Today, we are likely to learn if President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan will stand. It is the last day of the Supreme Court's term. It's expected that we'll get that decision and a few other big ones in just probably a couple hours, very soon, if potentially. The student loan program would get rid of a total of $400 million in debt for about 40 million Americans. At the most, each person can have $20,000 forgiven. The Supreme Court will rule on 2 separate cases as well to determine if it's constitutional. Another big decision today will determine if a business owner can refuse service to someone if they're in the LGBTQ plus community. Those opinions are expected to be released at any time here. So, of course, when we find that out, we will let you know.
Don't forget, right now is a great time to get your Inform.com subscription. All your news, weather, sports, headlines, all in one place. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. And Dylan, are you going to join us to talk about the weather a little bit, or are you busy? Okay, Dylan's got a few minutes. He's helping out with some other stuff this morning. So.
And he just is like coming in hot from,
from the Detroit Lakes, from the big lake.
Yeah, it's been a busy morning. Hello, I'm out in a suit.
The whole job's getting in the way. Otherwise, you could just be out on the water right now.
I think I'm good for a while. Maybe. I don't know how this cut-in works. Anyways, yeah, it'll be a nice day today. A couple storms Sunday and Monday in the evening, afternoon hours. As a cold front sweeps through. It's going to be hot and sticky Sunday, too, so find a lake.
Okay.
Other than that, looks like storms Sunday night, storms Monday night, possibly on Tuesday-ish, too, but not as strong. But Sunday, Monday especially.
So, have that Storm Tracker weather app with you on your phone so you can kind of track, where the temperatures are, when storms are possible, when you should head indoors.
Yes,
exactly. Your voting times around that.
So.
But this weekend looked pretty good, right?
Yeah. By a lake. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sticky. If you're not by a lake, you're going to probably wish you were next to one. So
find some water somewhere.
Yep.
Dylan, thank you. Dylan will have an update for you on the weather at 11 o'clock this morning as well on our newscast. And we'll keep you updated on everything going on this weekend throughout our newscast at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 today. And then through First News on the weekend as well.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Enjoy your 4th of July holiday. If you're starting early, we'll be with you with our newscast again next week as well, starting Monday morning, 5 to 7. Have a great day.
Bye.